Pirelli Corsas picking up rocks. The suspension is definitely firmer than the standard M5 competition. You notice it the most at lower speeds. Once you get this M5 CS up to speed, it smooths out quite a bit. Carbon ceramics are a little bit grabby at lower speeds, but again, once you start driving this spiritedly, you understand why they're here. All right, we'll start off in M1, engine and sport, chassis and comfort, steering and sport. The exhaust sounds pretty different from the standard M5 competition. Not as many pops and burbles. I like that it's a little bit more of a mature sound than the M5 competition that we drove that was just snapping and crackling and popping all over the place, especially at lower speeds. Let's throw an entrance ramp at it. Some heat in the Pirelli Corsas by now. This can maintain over a G. Wow. Brakes are fantastic once you need them. Believe the level of communication that I'm getting out of this chassis. This steering is the best BMW steering I've felt since E92 M3. I've got to drive both back to back or something to really give you guys an accurate depiction, but it's that good. This is amazing. This is what we've been wanting from BMW for a long time, and here it is in the CS. It's proof that they can do it. I don't know if partially it's the weight savings or different tuning, these tires, but this is an amazing, amazing car to drive. Probably something that's best suited to the hardcore BMW enthusiast. You are sacrificing some creature comforts and luxury for your $150,000, but as a driving experience, this is amazing. Four-wheel drive sport is pretty tail happy, quite rear biased. This is the best M5 I've ever driven. Absolutely sublime. A few creaks and rattles out of this interior. This seat just started creaking a little bit for me today. Had a few dashboard creaks on startup until the cabin starts to warm up and kind of come up to temperature. You know, race car things. No big deal. The shifts from this 8-speed auto are just ferocious sometimes. I like that BMW has taken some switchgear from the M3, M4. Same seats, same paddle shifters. I'm a big fan of this interior. Notice the subtle center line on the steering wheel here right at the top. I think this is still the best iteration of iDrive. We get physical controls for our climate. Everything here is pretty simple and straightforward. Drive modes get a little bit tedious, but once you have everything set up and know your preferences, you can pretty much leave it in those settings. You can switch between different gauge cluster views here. There's sport and road, and then if you hold, it'll take you into a track mode. And that'll give you pretty focused gauge cluster here with your drive settings, your gear selection, your speed, tire pressures, and it'll completely turn off the infotainment display. Personally, I just like the way the gauges look in street mode. Alright, should we play around in two-wheel drive? The CS puts its power down incredibly well with this all-wheel drive system, but it is cool you can slide it around a little bit. That was a big smoky one. I'll switch us into manual here. Oh, you guys, this car is absolutely amazing. It's great to see the BMW M division doing this with the CS. It's a little bit too little, too late, in my opinion. I hope they carry what they've learned with this car and apply it to future M cars. But that said, I have a feeling that the CS is going to be one of the greats. Incredibly controllable. Let's do a quick launch. Four-wheel drive sport. Go back into drive. Brake test. Zero to 60 happens in around 2.5 seconds. The performance here is breathtaking. Whew. A great way to just scare the bejesus out of 4 people, including yourself. Alright guys, so highlights. M5 CS. I cannot believe how good this is to drive. I've heard it all, I've watched all the reviews, but sitting behind the wheel, feeling this car, I can't believe the steering feel. It's amazing. The chassis balance is perfect. It's so easy to drive, so capable, so rewarding to push. The M5 competition that we drove a few months ago was very, very fast, incredibly capable, and probably for most people is a better all-around package of a daily driver. It offers more creature comforts, more features, a little bit less expensive, less exclusive, easier to get your hands on. These CSs right now are all listing for 170 grand plus. But this M5 CS delivers in a way that BMW M car I don't think has in a while. It's just perfectly set up, beautifully balanced, incredibly communicative. The feedback I'm getting, I can't believe the steering feel on this. One more entrance ramp. Well, props to BMW. They've done it. They've made the ultimate M5. I just don't want to stop driving. right, guys. So there's the M5 CS. Hopefully that gave you a good idea of what it's like to drive. Brutal performance. Amazing feedback from this car. Such a split personality too. It's pretty comfortable to cruise in. Gets a little stiff and bouncy at lower speeds around town, but that's the only place where it becomes a little bit, shows its colors, it shows its performance car nature. The rest of the time, this just feels like a BMW M5. It's great. Give you guys a taste of some of the suspension over bumps here. Alright guys, well, again, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video on the M5 CS. I thoroughly enjoyed driving it this week. We're going to wrap it up here. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. We'll catch you guys in the next video. Take it easy.